problem, right? That is finding w equal to log. I mean, given w equal to log z, and we found out what is dw by dz, and we show that the w is not analytic at the origin. Yes or no? And few proofs we have already done using this. Okay, today we will see some properties of no, before properties we will see solving the other way of solving the CR equations, that is using a formula method, how to solve the CR equations using direct derivative formulas. Okay, direct derivative. Suppose we are not differentiated, in that cases we can use this. Okay, you can just take down, show that the function f of z is equals to, show that the function f of z is equals to root of mod xy, root of mod xy, root of mod xy is not regular at the origin, is not regular at the origin. Though the CR equations are satisfied, though the CR equations are satisfied at the origin, though the CR equations are satisfied at the origin. See, these functions now to find ux, uy, all these things, it will be a little bit complicated. So in that case, you can use direct the formulas. I mean, direct the definition of the derivative, and you can show that the CR equations are satisfied or not. Okay, that is the way I'm going to here teach you. So what is that? This is given f of z is equals to root of mod xy. What is given? So given f of z is equals to, given f of z is equals to root of mod xy. Now what is f of z? F of z you can write it as u plus iv, and this is equals to root of mod xy. Now what is your u? So u is equals to root of mod xy. And what is your v? V is equals to 0. What is your v? V is equals to 0. Now we have to find, we have to show that what is the function. You have to show that it is not regular at the origin. What do you mean by not regular at the origin? If you show that the CR equations are not satisfied at the origin, that is more than enough. Correct. Sorry. What is the question? Show that the function f of z is not regular at the origin, though the CR equations are satisfied at the origin. Okay. Yes, so first we will check whether the CR equations are satisfied at the origin. Okay. So using the direct derivative formula. So now we are going to find at the origin. You have to find what we have to find. We have to check at origin. Okay, at origin we will check the CR equations. What is the CR equation? You have to show the partial derivatives. So partial derivatives at 0, 0 we are going to show. So this will be equal to, if you're using formula, it will be limit x tends to 0 u of x comma 0 minus u of 0 comma 0 divided by u minus 0. Divided by sorry, x here. Variable is x, right? Yeah, x tends to x. So x minus. Now, what is u of x comma 0? What is your u? U is equals to mod of x comma y. U is equals to mod of x comma y. So if you write u of x comma 0, in the place of x, you're going to replace x. In the place of y, you're going to replace 0. So the first term will become 0. So 0 minus 0 divided by x. So 0 by x. Okay. 0 minus 0 divided by x, which is 0 by x, which is equals to 0. So ux is equals to 0 at the origin. Ux is equals to 0 at the origin. Similarly, we will find
can you
uy.
repeat the formula again, ma'am?
Limit yes, x tends to 0 u of x comma 0. Listen. Limit x tends to 0 u of x comma 0 minus u of, it is u of 0 comma 0 divided by x minus 0. What is the formula, ma? Limit x tends to c. I gave you, right? Limit x tends to c, f of x comma c minus f of 0 divided by that c, that small change. Same definition I'm using it here. Okay. So next one. Similarly, we are going to find partial derivative with respect to y, uy. Okay, uy, partial derivative with respect to y. So this will be equal to limit y tends to 0. Okay, limit y tends to 0 u of 0 comma y minus u of 0 comma 0 divided by y minus 0, divided by y minus 0. So this will be equal to limit y tends to 0. What is u of 0 comma y? It is 0. U of 0 comma 0, it is 0 divided by y. See, before applying the limit itself, this is becoming 0. If you apply limit, it will become indeterminate form. So you have 0 here. So it is directly 0. Similarly, find out for the function v. Okay, find out vx. What will be your vx? Limit x tends to 0, v of x comma 0, sorry, x comma, what is happening today? V of x comma 0 minus v of 0 comma 0 divided by, okay, v of 0 comma 0 divided by x minus 0. So again, when you apply the limits, this will become, sorry, before applying the limit x tends to 0, this will become 0 by x, which is equals to 0. Which is equals to 0. Similarly, you can find vy. Similarly, you can find vy. Just go to the next page. So find vy. Vy will be again limit y tends to 0, v of 0 comma y minus v of 0 comma 0 divided by y. Sorry, divided by y. Divided by y, which will be equal to 0 minus 0 divided by y, which is equals to 0. Now here ux is equals to vy and, sorry, uf is equal to vy and uy is equals to minus vx. Therefore, the CR equations are satisfied at the origin. Therefore, the CR equations are satisfied at the origin. Write down. So here ux equal to vy and vy equal to 0 at the origin. Therefore, CR equations are satisfied at the origin. Okay, satisfied at the origin. So now what we have to show? We have to show that the function is, though the CR equations are satisfied at the origin, the function is not analytic. Okay, the function is not analytic. Okay, now we will check it out. We are going to find what is the definition for analyticity, ma? It has to be a single valued function and the derivative should exist, and in the small neighborhood of that, if you're able to draw a small neighborhood sub that the derivative exists in that neighborhood. That is the definition. So you're going to use that only here. Okay, now we will find the derivative at the origin. Okay, so now we'll find f dash of 0. F dash of 0 means derivative of the origin. So limit z tends to 0. Limit z tends to 0. F of z minus f of 0 divided by z. Divided by z. By definition, I'm writing it. So I can write this as limit z tends to 0. What is f of z, ma? Root of mod xy. This is my f of z minus f of 0. F of 0 will be 0 divided by z. Okay, divided by z. Now, before applying the limit, we will split this. Okay, before applying the limit, we will split this. So I have limit z tends to 0, root of mod xy divided by z. I can write it as x plus iy. Z I can write it as x plus iy. To prove this, z tends to 0. Z is a complex number here. To prove this, I will take this problem along any curve, any general curve. You can take y equal to mx or y equal to x, any y equal to x square, any curve I'll take. I'll show that the derivative has a different value to show that the derivative does not exist. Okay, so suppose let along you write down along y is equals to mx. Okay, what will happen when along y equal to mx? Limit x tends to 0, y tends to mx, right? Y equal to mx means here x is going to be 0, right? You also have f dash of z. So this will be equal to into root of x into mod y. I can write as mx divided by x plus iy. X plus iy can be written as x plus I into, in the place of y, I can replace it by mx. The place of I can replace it by mx. So here see mod mx, x square will become x and root will be getting cancelled. You will get x. So you can take x outside from the numerator. You can take x outside from the numerator. So limit x tends to 0. I can take x from the numerator. So I'll get root mod m. Root mod m divided by, see, I can take again x from this. I can write it as 1 plus im. So x and x will be getting cancelled. X and x will be getting cancelled, and there is no need to apply a limit at all here because x variable is not at all there. So you will get f dash of 0 is equals to root mod m divided by 1 plus im. Okay. What will happen for this curve? What will happen for this curve? You give different values for m, you will get different f dash of 0. Yes or no? It is not unique. That means what? The derivative does not exist. Since the derivative does not exist, the function is not analytic at the origin. Though the CR equations are satisfied, the function is not analytic at the origin. Write down. Here we get different f dash. Here we get different values for f dash of 0. Here we get different values for f dash of 0 for different values of m. For different values of m. That is f dash of 0 is not unique. F dash of 0 is not unique. That implies f dash of 0 does not exist. F dash of 0 does not exist. Therefore, f of z is not analytic at the origin. Therefore, f of z, given function f of z is not analytic at the origin, though the CR equations are satisfied at the origin. Though the CR equations are satisfied at the origin.
Ma'am, excuse me.
Tell me.
Ma'am, if you don't mind, I was having a bad network connection. Ma'am, can you please explain this question only just once more?
From the starting, you want me to explain?
Yes, ma'am. Because I didn't understand that that UX part from there.
See, this is your given function. My f of z is equals to mod xy. I'm writing f of z as u plus iv, and I'm taking u is equals to root of mod xy and v is equals to 0. Let me explain here so that you'll understand. Suppose I'm writing partial derivative with respect to x. What is that? Why it's not come? I have a 1 minute wait. I'll write it here. I want to write dou u by dou x, partial derivative with respect to x. So it's going to be limit x tends to 0. U, what is the function I'm taking? I'm taking dou u by dou x. So therefore, u of x comma 0. Okay, in the numerator, u of x comma 0. U of x comma 0. This is x minus u of 0 comma 0 divided by x minus 0. Divided by 6 minus. This is the definition of the derivative. This is the definition of a derivative. Okay, now listen, u of x comma 0, if I write in the place of x, you written x in u. This is your u, right? This is your u. In the place x, you replace x. In the place of y, you replace 0. So this will become 0. So u of x comma 0 will become 0. U of 0 comma 0 will become 0. So 0 minus 0 by x. So therefore, anything by 0. 0 by anything, it's going to be 0. So before applying the limit itself, the function becomes 0. So that's why the answer is 0 here. Similarly, you take all the others. Only the difference is when I'm writing for y, it is 0 comma y. This is the only difference you should write. All the other things will remain same. Now I hope you'll understand.
After verifying the CR equations, then we have to find out the f dash of 0, right?
The thing is, see, directly you cannot differentiate this. Can you differentiate this ux partial derivative with respect to x? You have root of mod xy. Doing partial differentiation for root of mod xy will be very complicated. That's why I'm taking this form. I'm just teaching you the different ways to approach the problem and do the problem, solve the problem. Not necessary that every time you have to use like that. You can even use the definitions. That's the idea of this problem. I hope now you have understood all the other part.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, for the f dash of 0, we have taken
y equal to mx. I have taken general curve y equal to m. You can even take y equal to x and show.
Okay, ma'am.
You can take even y equal to x and show that When you're taking y equal to x, you should take two curves and two. I took general curve, so I'm getting different values, different. You can take y equal to x, or you can take a straight line y equal to 0, or you can take y equal to x square, a parabola, anything you can take and show that it has a different derivative value at different points for the same problem, which is not correct. So any problem, the derivative should have the same value, right? Any value you take. So if it is not unique, you say that the derivative does not exist. Okay.
Thank you,
ma'am. Then we will see properties of analytic function.
Ma'am.
Tell me, ma.
In previous examples, we satisfied the CR equations. Then we said that function is analytic in all the questions.
Yes.
But ma'am, in this question, we showed that CR equations was satisfied, but function was not analytic.
What it means actually? I was expecting this from you, your side. What do you observe from this? For proving the analyticity, CR equations is enough. But the CR equations are satisfied, not necessary that every function should be analytic. You understand? For proving the analyticity, CR equations are enough. Proving the analyticity, CR equations are CR equations are satisfied at the origin, but not necessary. Every function which satisfies the CR equation will be analytic. The vice versa is not true. Okay, but for proving the analyticity, CR equations is enough. Here also you take the function at the origin, the CR equations are satisfied. Okay, CR equations their CR equations are satisfied, but the function is not analytic. So even the function is not analytic, the CR equations will be satisfied sometimes. Why? What is the definition of the analytic function? If you're able to draw a small neighborhood where you can collect the points where the function has to differentiable at each and every point in that region, any one point it is missing, it will not satisfy. That is the best example for this, the definition of the analytic functions. What did I say, ma? Analytic function, if you take a region, so if you say that the function is analytic, some function is analytic at this point somewhere, you should be able to draw a small neighborhood such that every point in that function should be differentiable. So 1 or 2 points are not differentiable, the function is not analytic. That's all. Okay.
Ma'am, but there was a question such as show f of z equals to root over mod xy is analytic, and we just proved the CR equations are satisfied.
That only, dear. What I am saying is, for proving the analyticity, CR equations are enough. Okay, proving the analyticity, CR equations. But even though the CR equations are satisfied, the function may not be analytic at few points. That is the example I gave here. Every time this is not necessary, not true, because that's why we have necessary and sufficient conditions there. That's why we look for the other definition, direct derivative methods.
So then should we check for the other sums as well?
Not necessary, because most of the time, 99% of the times, the CR equations are satisfied, the function will be analytic. Any 1 or 2 cases like this, it will miss. That also in only particular points, not at all points. See, they are talking only at the origin. This function may be true in some other place. You understand?
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
So only at the origin they are saying, because see, this whole you have whole region. This is some region you have here. Some function is there here. Some here. So you can able to draw a small neighborhood here, and somewhere you will be missing. You won't get the same region. So at the origin alone, it is been shown, not at the other points. Tell me, someone had some other doubt? For the CR equations, if it is enough, you prove the, sorry, for the analyticity, it is enough, you prove the CR equations. If you're not able to find the partial derivatives, you go by this method. Even in this method, sometimes the function will be unique. Sometimes the function will be satisfying. They will question you directly. There are some functions. Why is this case? You know, what is the question I gave you? F of z should be a single valued function. If the f of z is not a single valued function, this problem will come. Okay, f of z has to be a single valued function. If f of z is not a single valued function, then this type of problems will come. The CR equations will be satisfied, but the function will not be analytic. For any function, you can show no partial derivatives, you can show. Okay. Then take down properties of analytic function. Properties of analytic function. Okay, take down first property. Both the real and the imaginary part, both the real and imaginary parts of any analytic function, both the real and imaginary part of any analytic function, satisfies Laplace equation. Satisfies Laplace equation. Can anyone tell me what is a Laplace equation? You have studied Laplace, no? Not Laplace transform. I'm talking about Laplace equation.
Rho square of v is equals to 0.
What, ma? One more time.
Rho square of function is equals to 0.
That is, suppose you have a function v equal to some function is there, or where v is a function of x and y. That means what? Second order partial derivative with respect to x, second order partial derivative with respect to y. The addition of this should be equal to 0. Okay, so you would have studied Laplacian operator del square. What does the del square means? Dou square u, or if some function is u, it is dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square should be equal to 0. This you would have studied already. Okay, same thing only we are going to prove. So what is given? Both the real and the imaginary part of any analytic function will satisfy Laplacian equation. Suppose f of z is your analytic function. What is f of z? F of z is equals to u plus iv. With this will be satisfying Laplacian equation, and this will be satisfying this. That means what? Uxx plus uyy is equals to 0, and similarly vxx plus vyy is equals to 0. Vxx plus vyy equal to 0. So this is your first property. We will try to prove this also, because sometimes no, the proofs are also asked. Okay, so just write down let f of z is equals to u plus iv. Let f of z is equals to u plus iv. Can you just hold on for a minute?
Ma'am.
I think my board on this is not getting.
Your screen went completely black.
Yes, actually no, my system got corrupted on that day, so I had to install the OS. I installed it. My pen and tablet are not working properly, I guess. That's why I have difficulty in writing. I don't know how to set that. That's again a problem for me. That's I'm checking. I'm trying to write. It's not writing on the place where I want to write. Okay, fine. No issues. I'll see after the class again. Okay. Now next, let us take down f of z is equals to u plus iv is your analytic function. We all can see the broad right now. So f of z is equals to u plus iv be an analytic function. Now, since it is analytic function, it will satisfy CR equation. What are CR equations? Ux is equals to Vy and Uy is equals to minus Vx. Ux is equals to Vy and Uy is equals to minus Vx. Now we have to show the Laplace operator. Okay. So now what we want is dou square u by dou x square. First, suppose I have to show that u is analytic. I need dou square u by dou x square. I can write this as dou by dou x of dou u by dou x. Okay, dou by dou x of dou u by dou x. What is dou by dou x of dou u by dou x? Dou u by dou x is your ux. Ux you can write it as vy. Ux can replace it as vy. So therefore I can write this as dou by dou x of, I can write dou u by dou x as dou v by dou y by using CR equations. So this will be equal to dou square v by dou x dou y. This will be equal to dou square v by dou x dou y. Take this as equation number 1. Take this equation number 1. Similarly, I will take dou square u by dou y square. I can write this as dou by dou y of dou u by dou y. I can again write this as dou by dou y of, using CR equations, I can write dou u by dou y as minus dou v by dou x using CR equations. This I can write it as minus dou square v by dou y dou x or dou x dou y, both are okay. So this I can take it as equation number 2. This I can take it as equation number 2. Now add 1 and 2. Add 1 and 2. Okay. So I'll get dou square u by dou x square plus dou square u by dou y square is equals to dou square v by dou x dou y minus dou square v by dou x dou y, which is equals to 0. Therefore, we have proved that uxx plus uyy is equals to 0. We have proved that uxx plus uyy is equals to 0. Therefore, u is, what is u? U is satisfying Laplacian equation. Write down. U is satisfying Laplace equation.
Ma'am, so for every question, for every function, we have to firstly find out u and then v as a Laplacian equation.
Generally, the proof, I'm doing a proof here. What does the property says? The real part will satisfy the Laplace equation. The imaginary part will satisfy a Laplace equation. That is the property saying. If the function is analytic.
Okay, ma'am.
See, both the real and the imaginary part of any analytic function will satisfy Laplace equation. Similarly, you can try the other part. What is the other part? We have to v. Okay, we have to show that dou square v by dou x square. So what is this? Dou by dou x of dou v by dou x. Now this will be equal to dou by dou x of, what is dou v by dou x? Ux is dou u by minus dou u by dou x, correct?
Ma'am, dou y.
Sorry, dou y. So this will be minus dou square u by, please write it, minus dou square u by dou x dou y. Okay, similarly you take dou square v by dou y square. Similarly you can take some difficulty in writing here. Dou square v by dou y square you take. So this you can write it as dou by dou y of dou v by dou y. Again you can replace this as dou by dou y of dou u by dou x. So this you can write it as dou square u by dou x dou y. Now if you both add it, again this part is equals to 0. Therefore, both the real and imaginary part of any analytic function satisfies Laplace equation. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Before going to the property 2, you should know the definition of harmonic function. Have you all completed? These
Can you
proofs
just
are
wait
only...
for a minute?
Yes.
Yes, I'm done.
Next one, before going to the second property, you should know the definition for harmonic function. Write down. HAMItis, harmonic function. Harmonic function. Any function, write down, any function which has continuous second order partial derivatives. Any function which has continuous second order partial derivatives and which satisfies Laplace equation and which satisfies Laplace equation is called harmonic function. Is called harmonic function. Write down. If f of z equal to u plus iv is an analytic function, f of z is equals to u plus iv is an analytic function, then u is called harmonic conjugate of v and v is called harmonic conjugate of u.
Can you please repeat?
Let f of z is equals to u plus iv. F of z is equals to u plus iv is a analytic function, then u is called harmonic conjugate of v and v is called harmonic conjugate of u and v is called harmonic conjugate of u.
Ma'am, can you tell definition of harmonic function again?
Definition of harmonic function.
Can you go to the next property? Is it clear? Is there any doubt in the first one?
No.
Take down, ma. Harmonic function. Any function which has continuous second order partial derivatives. Any function which has continuous second order partial derivatives and which satisfies Laplace equation is called harmonic function. Is called harmonic function. Problems we will do it in the next class, and property is also based on this. We will do it in the next class. I'll take attendance now.
Ma'am, so today evening class is not there, right?
No. If it is there, I will inform you.
Ma'am, which book should we prefer for studying
ma?
or doing problems? Which book should we prefer, ma'am?
I will upload, ma, everything.
Okay, ma'am.
Because
Okay,
the system got crashed, I was not able to do anything. I got my system yesterday night only.
no problem, ma'am.
Today I'll upload the books, your notes, whatever we have done. But I won't be able to do the exact notes, whatever I did in the last 2 classes, because that has gone. So whatever I have saved already, I'll upload it.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you please share that whiteboard content of the last class?
This class I can do, ma. Last class that I have different way, I'll upload it. I mean,
Okay, ma'am.
whatever I did in the last class, I won't be able to do it because everything got, that's all waste. Full system
ma'am.
gone. C drive is totally gone.
No problem, ma'am.
Answer the attendance. Surya Sai. Okay. Manipreetam. Manipreetam. Then Yugan. Narasimha Ram. Nishant T. Then Aishwarya M.
Present, ma'am.
You're there, huh? Akash Roy.
Yes, ma'am.
Ajit.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All others, I'm giving you attendance. You can leave.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am.
Thank you, ma.